Hello everyone, welcome to day 290 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. Playing with the black pieces and against e4 again, so I'll just play the Caro-Kann. If they push, it's good to play c5, it's good to develop the bishop, but I think I'll just go ahead and play c5. They develop a knight, I could come in and pin it, and then try to take. I can also just develop mine, which I think is good. If they pin me, that's fine, because I'll just play a6. Now with this pin I'm threatening to... With this pin, if they don't play h3, I'm threatening to... Well, actually, they might have to take with the pawn. Unless they pin me first. Because if I'm able to jump in here, they go for this move, but that doesn't really attack that much. My center's already fine. I'll go for this, because here I'm threatening to damage the structure. If they kick me away and the queen takes, I just have this. And I'm also threatening a fork. So, even if the queen takes attacking this... Okay, so they go for this. Now I can take here, then the queen takes. If I take here and they take my bishop, I just win material. If I take here, the knight's pinned. If the queen takes, that it loses. I think I should take the pawn first. If I take here, they can take like this. Yeah, I think I take here first. If they take my bishop, I just take the knight and I'm up a pawn. The queen cannot take. The knight cannot take, because both lose the queen. They take my bishop instead, that's fine. I'll take the knight. The queen takes, I have this move. I can also always just push, which looks good. And the queen takes, attacking this. If I push, they can win a pawn. I think this move is fine, just strengthening the center. Although here, if they check me, I'm actually in trouble. So maybe I should stop them from checking me. This is already protected, but only once. I'm really worried about the bishop coming in to check me, because that seems very strong. If I push and the bishop checks me, my king is just really exposed at the moment. If I push, they still have the check, so I'd lose. I think I actually have to lose the pawn here. Wow, I think I have to lose the central pawn here with the move a5, because if they take, they're just threatening to come in with a check. And I'm actually down material here. And I guess I should have... Okay, they just go for a simple queen trade, and that's fine. The knight takes. I can't have this move. Kicking the knight away. I can also bring a rook to the center, which is always good. But then they check me here. They're actually threatening to fork me right now. If I go here, it's just a fork. If I step here, I think this move's fine. If they check me, I attack the knight, and the knight is almost trapped. I have to just move my rook. A rook in the center is fine for now. I am down material. I'm actually just down a piece. So the opening was very, very bad for me. They've actually blocked the path for their bishop, so I could push and try to pin that knight. But I think the best thing to do is just try to develop. My bishop can't really go anywhere. I could go this way and just try for this. But trading down would lose me the game. I'll go and develop my knight first. They develop their bishop. I'm just going to play this move. The point of this move isn't really to attack this pawn, which would be nice and give me central control. But the point is to go to d4 and threaten a fork. My rook is also on this very nice file. They can only protect this by playing this. And then I jump in and I'm threatening the bishop and the fork. Obviously if the king steps over, they actually have to move their rook now. If the king steps over, it walks into a check and just probably loses the game. Well, actually the knight's stopping me from the check, so I'll go ahead and push and try to win this pawn. If I can remove this knight, I'd have a fork. Castling seems extremely dangerous here, and also hangs the bishop, so them throwing their pawns forward is actually quite bad for them. My plan is just to go here and try to win this pawn. Okay, but they've just blundered the whole bishop away, so of course I take it with a check. And now the game is back to balanced. I'm very surprised they made that move. If they step their king over, it walks into a fork. If they step here, I'm able to take here. So they didn't blunder. I don't want to take the bishop at the moment. My rook's already fantastic. Their king isn't so good. Yeah, I think this move. I mean, if I could activate my rook, that would be fantastic for me. I'll play this move. If they take, it just throws the game away. It's actually checkmate if they take. They push through, they don't make the mistake. But now I can play this move and maybe try to bring my rook in. If I bring my rook in now, I'm only threatening to really go here. I wish I could activate my bishop, but it's not possible. I can come in here and try to win this. Then they move the knight. And this is protected. Rook into d3 or d4 seems good. I can also just push through and take even more space. Maybe I should keep my pawn here though, because if the knight is able to come to this square, that seems so powerful. For now, I'll maybe even try to double up my rooks. My knight is just so strong. I don't want to let go of such a good piece. They make this bishop move, which supports this. The problem with that move is this just seems more powerful now. And I can pin this pawn to the king. This move seems very strong now. I also like this move a lot. I'll go for this move, just tempoing the bishop. My goal is just to double up my rooks. Their bishop moves, but it's not looking at anything. If they have a push, I can push myself. For now, I'll just move my king and try to bring my other rook into the game. Yeah, I think I just run my king here. If they want to trade, it's actually quite bad for me. My rook is pinned. But it's okay for now. If they ever move this rook, I take him. And the position falls apart. If they ever play b4, I just play b6. That looks okay. They actually go ahead and pin my knight to my rook, and if they allow them this move, then I guess I can take here. I can also just play rook here. But that doesn't work. If I play rook here to attack their knight, maybe I should counterattack them here. If they take, well, that loses my knight, so no. That's actually a very nice move. If I go here, I just lose the knight. If they just double up on my knight, I think I cannot actually save it. They retreat with their knight to target my rook. If I step here, I mean, this is the only move I think that makes any sense. And if they come back to this square, then we just repeat moves. If they allow me to double up, that would be fantastic for me, but I mean, now they're attacking my knight. If I take the knight, they take my rook. But now I have this move. And if they take, I fork them. They have to remember that if they move the rook, if they don't take my rook, this is actually pinned to the king. If they move their rook away. I could have some tactics though. With a check. The rook actually can't go anywhere. They take, I take. And I guess we just trade down. And the game would end in a draw probably. I actually had a nice move and it was to push. But then I guess they could just... Wow, this move, h4 would actually work here. In this position. Right here. h4, if they take my knight, I take their knight with a check. So they'll win, they'll be winning for me. The knight can't really go anywhere. It would only have this square really. They're still thinking here. They moved the king back after thinking for a long time. I think I just take, king takes and push, which seems very strong. This check doesn't work. I don't have checks of my own. That would mean something. I think I start pushing here. They jump in, but they're not really going anywhere. They are attacking this, but they're not because I just take. They can't come in here. And I'm guessing if they allow me to come in with h2, then I'm just completely winning. If they take, I take, and I'm just threatening to damage their position completely. They actually take, so I'll recapture. I have this check which would actually win me this pawn and be winning. So if they don't move their king, that's definitely why I'm playing. Rook f3 check, just winning this pawn with tempo on the knight. Winning this pawn also lets my bishop take, and the game will just be over. This whole time I've also had this fork, which forces the rook off the board. This knight move is very nice, but this rook move's better for now. Okay, so they make a move to actually protect the pawn, that's very nice. I do have this though, and I pin the bishop to the rook. So this check works, but it doesn't win anything. This pins the bishop to the rook, but I can't actually attack it. My bishop has to stay here. I could give a check. I could also come in here and be very active, but this move now, the rook moves, isn't so good. I guess then I can attack the knight and maybe come in here. This move, if the rook moves, I come in here. Then the knight can always just leave. I do like the check though. King over, just keeping the pressure up. Could go for this and try to be as active as I can. So here if they move, here if they take my rook, I take. I like this move a lot, but it doesn't work at the moment. I could try to bring in my bishop, but then they can always come in here. If I move my bishop back, they can come in here, and that's very annoying. If I give up that square, that's really bad for me. And so here, if the rook moves, I can just play here. I'll go for this very chaotic move, I think. They take my rook, I take this. I don't think it's the best move, but I don't see much here in this position. They take mine, I have to take theirs. I mean, my bishop has to stay here, guarding these squares, otherwise the game is lost. They have no good way to attack my knight. They're not attacking this though. And I have this which just tempers the bishop. I'm thinking that running my king over is the best way. I'll play here first, forcing the bishop to move. And I see that knight to b3 actually threatens to win this, so they might have to push. And then I could play something like this. The king goes back. We're just trading. I have this move. If they push, then I'm actually trapped, so that doesn't work. If I take here, it looks like we're just making a draw, to be honest. So maybe I actually push through first. If they ever target this pawn with this move, then I can push here. My bishop just cannot move because of this strong piece. They attack my pawn, but I just play this. And I do see that pushing through could actually be a way for me to win this. I mean, not now because of the bishop being here. But pushing through could definitely weaken their structure and help me a lot. They move the king to hit my knight, I can just go here. I also have a check which wins a pawn, I think. I mean, I'm just winning this pawn. So they have to take. Yeah, and I just have this push, which seems really strong. If they take, that helps me. My bishop cannot move yet, once again. But they have to make a move here. It's their move. Their king can't really move anywhere. Of course, if I have to, I can just step back with my king. And waste some tempo. I'm thinking I absolutely should be taking this. Because they can target my bishop. So I think I actually take here. If they take... Okay, they take that way. Unexpected, to be honest. But it's a good move. I can run my king this way. They can never break through here. I think I actually run my king this way. They can never come through the center. It's too strong. I'm actually losing the race here. And I actually end up losing the race to promote. If I push, they can take. I take, they take here. Now they can actually end up taking here, so I end up losing the endgame. In a very sad way. And if I push here, they just take anyway, so really annoying. They end up being much closer to promoting than me, so it's just an extremely annoying endgame. And let's have a look at this game. I'm actually very angry at this game. But it looks like white was completely winning in the entire endgame, so I'm not sure why. They made 3 blunders, I made 1. Obviously this was a horrible move. Because they just take my bishop and the knight's already defended. So that's just a disgusting move. They end up blundering their own piece. H5 actually is a bad move. I'm supposed to play here and try to double their pawns up. And it's actually a draw here because of this structure. Rook in here was the best move, just attacking this pawn. That did seem to make a lot of sense. The best move is knight to c2, attacking my rook. And here I'd be completely winning because of this weak structure. They come in to attack my knight, I just take here. That blunders. That's actually a big blunder because after this knight move, they have to defend their rook. And I'm guessing my king can come in. But I think the point is that my bishop can activate maybe. Or my rook can come in and be very strong. And probably end up winning this pawn. Taking is a blunder. But after this move, bishop b2 obviously only works. But then I have knight takes a1. Bishop takes a1. I guess that was a pawn hanging. And this would be winning completely, because I can win this probably. This trade isn't as good. And the position is just a draw here. I thought I was the one winning here because they can never really push through unless they get their king behind. And this is, for some reason, these king moves are the best moves, just wasting tempo. And I have to play king back to protect this, because I'm never going to be able to win this. I was much too slow here to win. And they win the race, and wait, this was actually a draw. But I had to go back. Obviously I spent no time calculating, so that's on me. If I go back and they come in, I have this. If they come in, I have this. If they come in, I can go here. But something seems wrong here. I guess they can... Pushing loses the game. Maybe king here is the only move actually. But this is winning for white. Or if they play king here. So this is actually a draw. I'm supposed to just... After king here, I'm supposed to play king here. Wow, okay. This endgame was really weird and it was tough to win. I could have got a win this game if I'd just gone for this fork earlier. It was actually much better than I thought. I thought it wasn't so good, but it was actually very nice. So that's a missed chance for me to win this game. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.